Okay, so let's try this again. I went to the gym earlier today. I'm putting on some makeup. I'm running late. But I was talking about how, like, okay, so, I like to do dance classes. I am not a professional dancer. We know this, but I can dance good. I get my moves pretty good. There's already, like, some hateration going on at the gym. So, last week, I was in a class, and I guess at first, I really couldn't get the steps when I first started going to this class because it's like, what kind of steps are these, And the instructor was kind of like saying something, I don't know, but I showed him up. And, I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy. I'm younger than a lot of the people that's in that class. And I catch on very quickly. But I just noticed that the two instructors, they look terrified. So long story short, yesterday they brought in like 3 girls. Like, cause normally when I come in, they leave the front area for me. They leave the front area so I can be in the front of the mirror. People can watch me. And I take up a lot of space when I dance. I'm a dominant person. That's just what happens. So they brought these girls in there. And the way that at first, okay, look, put it this way. How do I know that they brought the girls in there? Someone else told me that they planted them there. They planted them there. And I don't know. Well, it was 2 people. One person told me that, the other person said, oh, they were competing with you. I'm like, oh, they were? And then thinking about it, I'm like, okay, why would you compete with somebody in the gym? So I don't know. But I noticed, like, when I'm in the class and, I was dancing and all that stuff like that, like when I go, woo, I get everybody pumped up. I'm like a hype person, right? And but when I was doing it, when I do it, it's a problem. When I was doing it, they look terrified. Like, what is she doing? But the girls that they planted there when they were doing it, it's like, oh my God, look at, like, it was just so weird. It was like they was trying to, like, I guess I was taking a spotlight, and so they wanted to, like, divert the attention from me. So next week, I'm not standing over there. I'm going to go over here. I need to be in my own lane. I don't need people riding off my back, trying to compete with me, trying to, like, no, I'm not even competing with nobody. I'm dancing. This is what I do. I do, like, I'm hype. I have a lot of energy, and I don't like, it's boring. Like, people just sitting there dancing, like, y'all not got no energy. Like, woo, woo, woo. Like, that's what I be doing. So I don't understand, like, why everywhere I go, it's like everybody want to compete. Or, like, it's like when I go step into the room, men and women, when they see me come into these classes, they're like, I can feel the uncomfortableness. They're like, oh, she's here. It's not a freaking competition. We're all in the gym. But I feel like, my type of energy, it just kind of like changes and shifts the dynamic. So I end up changing the dynamic of the whole class when I come in. And I'm sorry. I'm not trying to take nobody's job. It was funny because my daughter was like, no, they're intimidated because they think that you're going to become the next dance instructor. It's bad enough that a lot of the other people that come to the class think that I'm the instructor. Like, people that speak Spanish, they be like, you're an instructor? I'm like, no, I'm not the instructor. I know I look like a dancer. But, I am a dancer, but I know I look like I could be the instructor, but I'm not. So that was weird. So that's what happened with that. Funny, because it's like, how many people can you plant to compete? This is a gym. It's not supposed to be a freaking competition. Like, I'm shocked. And I was shocked to hear that the other person, somebody told me, yeah, they planted them there to compete, to take away my spot. I don't even want the spotlight. Why do I have to have the spotlight everywhere I freaking go? Like, I want to come to the classes and blend in, but whatever. It was just crazy. So they got beef with me for that. And then, like, let's say I went to a yoga class one time, and then I caught the Asian ladies, like, in the locker room talking about me. I don't even do anything. I don't know why they're pressed, but I don't know if y'all saw the video of the Asian lady that told me, she warned me. She was like, watch how the women start acting. She said, watch how they start acting. She said, I know women. She said, everybody's jealous of your energy. Everybody want your energy. They're jealous of you. Why do women have to be so jealous? I just don't freaking get it, But all in all, like, at the gym, I've met a lot of really nice people. I align with the people that's not intimidated by me. Like, if you're not intimidated by me, we can be friends. And I noticed that a lot of the people that's not intimidated by me, they have a lot of energy. They're dominant. They have a lot of energy. They're confident people. Like, I wear a belly dance. Belly dance. I wear a belly dancing scarf, And they do too. All of the dominant people in the class do the same thing that I do. They've been doing it before I did. So we like each other. We point each other out. And it's like when we be communicating in the class, everybody's like, it's like every little thing that I freaking do is under a freaking microscope. So, not that I'm not used to it, but dang, this is the freaking gym. Like, we're not supposed to be focusing on other people's attraction or anything like that. We're supposed to be focusing on, you know, freaking fitness and health and wellness. They worried about the wrong thing. They worried about competing and all this stuff like that, and you taking the spotlight. Like, if I was destined to become a dance instructor, I'm gonna become a dance instructor whatever, you know. If you worried about losing your job, that means you got to step it up. And that's another thing I noticed. I noticed that they started coming with more energy. I think that I exposed to them that they needed to have more energy. They needed to have more energy in the class, you know, and to keep the retention up, you know. So I noticed that they started working more. I'm making them work more. That's what I'm saying. I changed the dynamic of wherever room that I walk in. I dominated. And somebody in the comments said that, oh yeah, men dominate. That's why men dominate every room. Honey, I'm not a man. So what's my excuse? What's my excuse? I don't even want to dominate. Sometimes I just want to just be cool and blend in and be able to just enjoy myself without people trying to compete with me or side-eye me, give me dirty looks, whispering and all this weird stuff, like, you know? But that's why I say, that's how you freaking know you're that guy or that girl. They're going, no matter, it doesn't even matter how old you get. I even get a lot of people in the comment section, they can't talk about my looks, right? You can't say I'm ugly, because I'm not ugly. You look like an extreme hater if you say that. So they'll come for your, that's what I feel like. I feel like they can't say nothing about your looks, they'll come for your age. But the thing is, am I supposed to be young? Who said I was supposed to? I'm confused. Am I supposed to be young forever? I didn't know there was a rule that said I had to be young. I had to be young to do what? I had to be young to be this great? You know, and I'm not even that old, so it's weird. But, I mean, there's people that's really obsessed with it. A lot of younger people competing with me and mad. I even got the young people mad. So, and also when I look myself up on social media, I'm popping up as an emerging influencer. So maybe that's why they're mad. But guess what? That's not my problem. That's their problem. And I just say this to say this. If you ain't got no haters, you're not popping. I ain't not making nothing. They ain't not stopping nothing. It's just gonna make me go harder. That's the thing. It's gonna make me go harder. That's the type of person I am. So anytime I step in the room and I see that I'm causing a rift, I'm the type of person I'll come into the class. I'll just come up. I'll do it on purpose. I'll do it on purpose next time. I'm gonna do it on purpose because I'm just being me, and y'all want to have a problem. I'm just being me, and y'all want to feel uncomfortable. Why are y'all feeling uncomfortable with me coming into the class? I don't even talk to these people. I just, you know, it's your energy. I don't have bad energy at all. I actually have really good, vibrant energy, you know, and that's what people hate on. They hate on your energy. A lot of times people don't be hating on your looks. They be hating on your energy. If you're happy, you know, if you're free, they hate on that. So this is what I used. I don't know what it looked like. I'm thinking I might want to put powder. My skin is kind of drying out because of the product. I kind of slowed down on some of the products. I didn't do the mask today, that day that I said I was going to do it, but I think today may be the perfect day to do the face mask. I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do. I need to do something hydrating. I'm going to do my research. I think I want to utilize that aloe vera. I barely use it. I don't want it to go bad. But I love how honey and yogurt and stuff like that really, really, you know what? That's the one. I'm going to do it. I'm excited. I'm going to do a video for that. So I'm thinking I might want to put the Sephora powder over, but I'm not quite sure. I'm really not quite sure because I don't want to overdo it. No. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit of powder. Just a little bit to kind of, because I didn't use any concealer. I don't even know where my concealer is. So I just put a little bit more to just kind of like overcast it. You feel me? And, okay. How many minutes I got on this video? Now, I hope that don't look crazy. I want to go ahead and apply some blush. Yes, I'll be using blush. A lot of people mad about me wearing makeup. Why? Why are you mad about somebody wearing makeup? Somebody said I look like a clown. Maybe I wanted to look like a clown. Did you ever think about that? What?